day after the European Commission unveiled its migration pact, Hungary, Poland and the Czech Republic have rejected the new plans, saying they don't go far enough. Leaders from 3 of the 4 Eastern European countries, which together with Slovakia make up the Visegrad Group, have been in Brussels for talks with the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. The Czech Prime Minister Andrej Babiš described the concept of mandatory solidarity, which was outlined by the EU on Wednesday, as meaningless. He said Prague would not take part in any relocation of migrants. Hungary's Viktor Orbán struck a more defiant tone, claiming the EU still wanted to manage migration instead of bringing it to a complete halt. He agreed the tone of the pact had improved, but added that fundamentally nothing had changed.
There is no breakthrough. There are many changes, but there is not yet breakthrough. Breakthrough would mean outside hotspots. So nobody can step on the ground of European Union without having a permission to do so, because their request for asylum is accepted. Still, that moment, they have to stay out of the territory of European Union. That's the Hungarian position, but the proposal is not based on that.
Well, for more on those talks, let's speak to our reporter in Brussels, that's Jack Parrick. Jack, Viktor Orbán there mentioning these outside hotspots. What exactly did he mean?
Well, the suggestion, Tokes, is that instead of having processing happening within the European Union, so within Greece, within Italy, after people have crossed the borders, that instead those people will be stopped, that the European Union will patrol its borders strongly and instead set up asylum processing centres in third countries. So countries, for instance, perhaps Bosnia and Herzegovina, just over the border from Croatia, potentially even in war-torn Libya, Turkey, where there are millions of refugees still housed. And the idea is that instead of them applying once they've entered the European Union, that their applications will be done in those processing centres, in those other countries, and then if it's approved, they'll enter the European Union. The idea, and this is what was in the migration pact, is that what these countries that are very anti-immigration and don't want people coming into the EU, is that they know that the statistics show that of the around 370,000 rejected asylum requests in the European Union per year, only about 1/3 of the people actually leave the EU. So there's a huge number of people remaining here. So their thinking is that if people enter, then it's very difficult to get them out. They want to make sure that the asylum seekers are outside of the EU and not entering the border.
Now, this pact was only launched yesterday, but have they come up with any plan on how these hotspots could be organised?
The hotspots are definitely not part of the EU's migration plan that was outlined yesterday. This is what these countries want to happen. But NGOs and human rights organisations simply say that this is the EU outsourcing their migration problem. What the Commission's proposal is the idea of some sort of pre-screening. So instead of just fingerprinting the people that enter the EU's external border, they will also do a health check and a security check, because what these countries are concerned about is who the people are that are entering the European Union. As we said, Viktor Orbán, Andrej Babiš and Morawiecki, the Polish Prime Minister, are all against this pact so far. They say that there's a change in tone, but that they won't accept any sort of resettlement quotas, and they want the EU to start stopping migration, not just managing it. That's their word.